30 is the new 20. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe, and click the notification bell so you're notified the next time we post or go live. I'm Lahefa.
And I'm SmileyJizzle. What is good?
What's really good?
We in the building,
It's a
y'all.
song with DMX.
No, we a little late. Pull up, stragglers, still a 10. I don't even know if I put anything. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't put nothing on TikTok or any of that shit because something happened with my Sora account. My Sora account that I usually use to make like AI videos and shit like that, like ads and shit. It's not working for some reason. So I didn't make like a little promo ad, but it's all good. People will pull up. But in any case, we have first of all, happy Easter, everybody. Everybody that's pulling up, happy Resurrection Day. You know what I mean for the holy people, for those holy individuals. You know what I mean, and the other people that just like to get dressed up. You know what I mean, because it's one of those days. People get dressed up. Remember back in the day, motherfucker used to have those fluorescent outfits. Remember, everybody had like the pastel colors.
That's
That was
what
like a big
Tank
thing.
said. Moniece when after she was acting crazy after they had their encounter.
It's real.
She painted his car like with the pastel or the pastel colors.
She crazy. She just crazy. That's what that is. Crazy.
He was like the pastel blue, the pastel yellow. Like
yeah. Somebody wanted me to call them and tap in, but I can't call them and tap in. They're gonna have to just hit the link. I'm gonna see if
they
Malik
can't
gonna
do
pull
that.
up, huh?
You would have to
No, no,
restart
no,
it.
no, no. I'm talking about they're gonna have to hit the link that I'm sending on Instagram. I'm sending people a link on Instagram so they can tap in. Yeah, man. So I let people pull up before I start saying a whole bunch of stuff. Erica Kurt about this soup. You know what I'm saying? Erica, I really love you. Just sue. Just sue the crap out of him. Yo, Trump be with the shit. They hate Trump with a passion. Like some people just don't like Trump just because they don't like him. So they say like I don't know inhumane things about him just because they don't like him. I don't hate nobody. So Trump is like he in that bracket. Like
Especially somebody that you don't
I don't
know.
know him, but he the president. So I guess if you live in a country like any of those countries that got dictators and stuff like that, like obviously you can't like those people because they make their life a living hell. Like people that personally affect your livelihood, you have a reason to not really like that person or whatever. But you really don't have much control over the decisions that the government make. So you could you could hate him, but it's not just him. So you don't know that it's him that's making all the decisions. He's making some decisions, but only things that they approve. Like the war shit, he got 100% control over that. The executive branch, that's what they do. So Ward, yeah, he really could push that. But all the other stuff, a lot of stuff is just state handled. So or certain states that regulate a lot of stuff, and people mad at him because they live in a state where this is what it is. He decided to certain states to make certain decisions. Now, I'm a black person that understands that we do live in a um, in a systematic racism. You know, basically um, that we all stuck in, and we really can't out of this situation. Like we really just hit like, and it's not the end of the world, you know, but the reality of it is that we really can't move that far out of the situation that we're in. We can make some improvements, and the improvements that we're gonna make aren't going to change the culture single-handedly. The improvements that you're gonna make is gonna help you and your family, which is what people really should worry about. Like what are we? We're talking about things to do on their own. We're not talking about change the world, heal the world. Like, I mean, yeah, that's good, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about things that individuals can do for themselves, and those things will help improve a state. It's gonna be little by little. It has to be making moves on their own. You can't do everything. See somebody in a distressed state or somebody going through something, then that's your opportunity to intervene and help that person out if you want to. Everybody's not a damn, you know, a hero. You know, you can do your part. You know what I mean? And the best thing to do is for men up today when they have the opportunity to be around young men, whether you a football, to guide them niggas. Don't do stupid stuff, bro. Like so many grown men that's doing dumb shit. And so these women, and I'm saying women because a lot of women is like, oh man, ain't shit. Da, da, da. Well, it's not all of them, but when you notice that it's dumb shit, then it's like, damn man, every time like when I try to fight for y'all, like it's always a reason why I'm wrong. Like, you know what I mean? So, I land my plane on that with just saying, you know, we do have to do better and we got to take accountability. Like we fuck up. So you can't just be on some, oh, there's a system of white supremacy or some shit like that. You can't be on that if you're not doing nothing. Cause I work hard. So for me, that shit fucks with me because I work hard as fuck. And the only way it seems like you get by when you work hard as fuck is if you kissing some white guy's ass. And I'm not gonna do that. Sorry. Not if I don't have to, you know what I mean? Like fuck that. And never been to prison type shit. You know what I mean? Niggas that never been to prison, had 401k or whatever. Those are the motherfuckers that be going through the shit. Those are motherfuckers that they be talking about can't get women and shit. But I'm telling you, it's not all of them, man. I'm telling you. Because niggas is still able to get relationships, still able to do shit. You know what I mean? Like niggas ain't at a complete loss. But they act like, we at a complete loss. We're not. We're definitely not. We have opportunity for growth in other areas. There's always an opportunity for growth. Um, but we have to stop pretending like we doing so fucking much and life is so hard. The motherfuckers that's not doing shit, that's discouraged, them motherfuckers need to shut the fuck up. If you not doing nothing, there's really no reason for you to be like, oh man, life is so hard. I can't do. It's not hard when you ain't doing shit. Like I was saying the other day, like there's people that do have issues. When you grow up, you know, becoming an adult is hard. Yeah, for adults, nigga. It's not hard for motherfuckers that's adults that's really not adults.
Or they're not, don't act.
Don't got no bills, don't got no, like you could not have bills because you smart. and you figured a way out, or you could not have bills just because somebody else is paying your shit. Right. Or you don't have no kids, okay, but do you have anything that you have to be responsible for yourself? And I'm not saying if you don't have anything that you're responsible for, I hope you figured it out. Like that's why you're able to just be like, you know what, I'm good because you know what I mean, whatever. But you have something substantial that you can siphon funds from. But if you don't have nothing and you like, yeah, man, your life is hard, and you living on somebody's couch, or you you somebody roommate type of shit. There's nothing wrong with that, but I don't want to hear those type of people complaining because I be like, yo, nigga, it's real issues. Like some motherfuckers got business and gotta pay insurance for their business and shit like that. Like there's a whole bunch of other shit that people that really got some shit be worrying about, and then there's people that don't really got nothing to worry about and they be complaining. So I'm just saying niggas need to step it up. Step your game up. You know what I mean? But understand that I do also realize that yeah, we do have to work harder. And that's the discouraging part. That's what a lot of people just ain't got. A lot of people don't got that dog in them to get out there and get it. Some people just doing what they can, doing the best that they can. AI school with no teachers set to open in Chicago next year. You heard about that? AI school with it's an AI it's school, but they got AI teachers in Chicago.
Yeah, I've seen it on Instagram.
Yeah, that's interesting because like I mean AI like I like AI. I like AI.
We already got a low. I don't know because we're already. They talk about the reading levels is low. This kid, this lady has a son. Her son he failed all his classes. He failed every grade in high school, but they still pushed him to the 12th grade. But then when it was time to graduate, they made him start all the way over from the beginning. Passed no year, but they still pushed him. But then when it was time to graduate, they made him start over. They said he got to be a freshman again because he failed all every year. And then she was mad at them. But it's like, how you ain't know that? You should have been more aware. They used to send you stuff at home if you was, or like, I don't know.
Sad, but her son ain't.
He need to get a GED at this point because he's in trouble if he go to school as a freshman. And he 18 now, or however old he is, 17. About to turn 18, and now you gotta be a freshman again.
17. Yeah, these young boys, man. I mean, what was I watching when they were showing us? Oh, I was watching Jumanji because I never seen it, the new Jumanji.
With Kevin?
Kevin Hart and The Rock and all of them.
I like the original.
The thing about how shit is like the 90s versus now is so different, but it's so close because the difference is there was an era where we didn't have all this tech. You know, tech was rolling out. It was about to be the millennium. Tech was rolling out. So nobody really had access to all this stuff that they have access to. Like you know about everybody. You know about people before you get involved with them. You know whatever story they made up on their timeline or whatever. You know, you kind of have right. Think you know you kind of got like a little heads up on this person right now. But I don't know, like I feel like this era is easy to find people in this era, like find you know um relationships and shit like that with social media. It's easy to get information, like when you want to learn shit. easy to fix shit because you got everything at your fingertips. But as far as being successful, it could be easy, but it's still something you gotta learn. Like they have everything that you need to learn the skills necessary to become good at whatever you're trying to become good at. It's not something that's adapt to every individual. I'll say that. Everybody just can't grasp it. People just make it complicated. Like I was making websites when I was like 17. 18. Now you don't know how to do nothing. Like everything is pretty simple, pretty user friendly. Everything's laid out in like really basic steps. So it's like not. I mean, what would take you, maybe a day or so. You know what I mean? Because you just trying to figure it out. It takes maybe 5 minutes. Like, but like the actual labor is less than 10 minutes. Like you use a series of prompts. The prompts create the web page on the website. So the the hosting site has AI integration to create your website. This is something new. It's new age shit. To roll in the new shit, you don't have to pay as much. So before you probably had to pay, whatever to set it up and all that. You got to whatever to set it up. Now the AI is up there, or even before that happened, to use AI because they started the integration with AI, a few years ago. So to use AI to put it on your shit, that costs you a certain. Now it's just like it's built in. So all you do, you type what you want your page to look like, what you want up there, whatever. It makes a little mock, and you have hosting for 4 months. I mean, for 4 years. I'm sorry, for 4 years, and you pay a flat rate of, I think I paid a little over $100 for 4 years of hosting. Now, for people that don't, that's considerably cheap. Um, Hosting could run you like if you don't know really how to fix shit and how to keep up with your page, the maintenance wise. Um, Hosting can be expensive. It can be a monthly fee. It could be anywhere from $30 to $75 a month. And I got hosting. Well, I do my own hosting, so I have hosting for 4 years, so I can host different websites on my with my hosting. So if somebody wanted a website to be set up, I could. I don't do that, by the way. But if someone wanted me to build a website, I could host it for them and just charge them. All right, I'm gonna charge you, $100 to make a website for you. Some people be like, $100, because you could do it yourself for free. It's actually free. WordPress offers that opportunity for you to just create it, and a lot of people just create WordPress because that's the layman way to do it. Unfortunately, that's what it is. But me, since I'm a little better at it than a first, I will charge you for my efforts because you're going to like it. You're gonna like it.
You're gonna love it.
You might love it. You're at least gonna like it because if you could do something better, you wouldn't need to do it. So think it like that, and you get what you pay for. You're gonna pay me $100. You're gonna get a page that's spent for $100, and you don't have to worry about hosting. All you got to do is pay for the domain update, and that's it.
So you're gonna get more than what you paid for.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think your domain is only what, $12 or some shit if you get a unique name nobody else has. It's dirt cheap. You want a .com. You don't want a .net. You don't want a .org. You don't want a .gov. .com is what you want.
Huh.
What up?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, everything is easier right now. So like AI just makes life so much easier. AI teachers in school, well, robot teachers kind of crazy.
But I
Yeah,
think
in Chicago.
I shouldn't replace them. I think regular teachers should still be there too. That's what I think. I don't know way they shouldn't take regular teachers away totally because computers be having glitches and stuff. They might need to fix it or something.
Teachers be having glitches. The fucking teacher shot.
Hire better teacher. They need to do.
Well, I'm just saying. You saying glitches.
Evaluation.
They do the evaluation.
Because I work with like people would call from the doctor's office.
People might not have. People might have a record and still be.
I said an evaluation. That's why I said because that's true. They didn't get caught yet, just like that guy Sloan. But
teacher, you want to make it?
No, I'm saying caught. So that's why that's why I said an evaluation, like because there might be signs that something ain't right, like a mental eval or something as well. Because you're a teacher, you're working with students. They do or not, but it doesn't appear
the Rorschach test, and they be like, "What do you see here? It looked like fucking." Of a moth or some shit, and they're like, "Oh, that looks like a 13-year-old girl on a swing."
Yeah,
like,
nah,
you're not getting hired.
Do that and observe them for like a month, observe their behavior and stuff, and because teachers do stuff, they be doing stuff to the kids, putting their hands on them, abusing, and so it's like we gotta.
It's like you need a camera on your child when you
cameras in some of the school, but they don't have it throughout the entire. They're like blind spots.
You be like, son, don't touch this third button. Leave it alone. I want to know what's going on in there. But kid going there with a wire on and shit. Going to school with a wire on. Trying to get your teachers on a RICO. RICO in the teachers' lounge. Students now, so I mean, at least with robots, you ain't got. But the numbers of issues that they have currently, you won't have a lot. Well, the majority of those, they will learn without the majority of those issues
with that. Because they talk about this all the time. They're like the reading level is lower than it should be. I just told you about
that. But not from an AI teacher. Why is the reading level low? The reading level is low because kids are stupid. Kids are stupider now. But that's not because of AI. And I don't think you don't get a lot of teachers that really involve themselves that much with helping the kids, giving them, you know what I mean? AI probably will have more availability.
I don't think they should fully remove the people teachers.
So all right, so you tell me. So you give me 5 reasons. You give me okay. So look, you give me 5 reasons why it would be bad, and I'll give you 5 reasons why it would be good. I didn't say that they shouldn't. I said they should have people too, not just the AI. I get
First
that.
First of all, it needs supervision. So
I get that. I'm pretty sure they've thought of those provisions, but
that's what I'm saying.
But just what we're talking about, I'm just saying what's bad about it. 5 bad things and 5 good things. I just want to know what's 5 bad things.
I didn't say take it, not at all. I just said they need to have people there too. That's what I'm saying.
People. So let's just consider people are there. Are there bad things or are there good things?
I just said one glitches. I'm not about to
okay, so glitches.
That's just
so you don't want to do that. All right.
No.
All right, bet. I don't think it's any problem with them even replacing teachers. How about that? That's my stance. My stance is different only because one, teachers complain about it. This would encourage teachers to do what their passion is. If you're one of those teachers that always wanted to be a teacher, I think that teacher should be able to go to a college or something like that, should still have those opportunities. But for like, the lower level educations like K through whatever, yeah, we probably will want like some of the teachers that are personable with the kids or whatever, but people just don't want to do it. They don't want to pay them enough. They would rather invest and robots as a cost-effective decision as opposed to giving teachers more money. And I'm trying to figure out, okay, what's a bad thing from the robots? The kids can't fucking get over on the robot because it's a fucking robot. They could just not come to school, but it makes that very, very simple. The parent is responsible for making sure that child goes to school. The parent is responsible for making sure that child does their homework. And the AI says that every single night there will be homework.
That's why that boy failed.
If you know
he
that
missed
every
like
single
200
night,
and something days of school, and I'm like, where the fuck?
But that's what I'm saying. That's the parent. That's not necessarily.
But then she had a nerve to be mad at him because he had to start over again for freshman. How the fuck he missed that many days of school? They had to tell you. They don't just not. They call the people I forgot what it's called, but if you the truancy officer or something, if you miss that many days of school.
That used to be something that I don't know if they still do that or still like enforce that.
They will still notify you if they didn't come to school. If you a minor, ain't going to school. Even if they don't do that.
There was kids that used
because over 200 and you're enrolled in school.
Yeah, the social worker comes to the crib. The state people to make sure that everything is good or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? But the truancy officer, like,
so he just graduated a couple of years, not too long ago. They still be doing it.
They was inside the school.
Yeah.
What did they do in the school?
They made sure people came to school.
Well, they're in the school. So what do they do? Breaking up fights and shit. Them niggas like security guards. Them niggas ain't going to nobody's house trying to see if no kids fucking coming to school or not. They ain't doing that. They is not doing
that. Saying they notify you. So the mom had to know is what I'm saying. How the hell your kid lives with you?
But the people that's coming to the crib now, like, I mean, we could chat GPT, but I don't even think it's a point. If now the social workers is the biggest threat for kids that don't go to school, it's not truancy officers. They probably just looking around the school, making sure ain't no kids that should be in the school that's not outside and shit. You know what I mean? If they see them, because they supposed to be securing the grounds. But as far as like back in the day, like in Juice, when the niggas was running and shit, niggas chasing them and shit, trying to make them come back to school and shit, they ain't doing that. That's old school shit. That's my era shit.
Me too, because I was downtown one time when I was in high school, and it was like, where's you? And it was during school hours. It was like, is you supposed to be in school? Where is you going?
Who said that?
But they didn't say it was some cops or something. They looked like cops, and they were downtown, and they didn't. But that ain't their job neither. But they was.
But I mean, they know that you probably shouldn't be out around at this time. Like, they probably observing. Like, what the fuck are you doing out here? Like, you know what I mean? But even cops, they fucking don't. Them niggas don't give a fuck now.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that they come to your house. I mean, they have to notify you that if your kid didn't come to school. So that's why I'm trying to figure out, how did you miss over 200 something days of school?
Because they don't come to your crib. They might call your house. They might call your house, right?
That's
the
what
office,
I mean.
The main office will call your house.
So that's what I'm saying. The mom is getting mad. That's what I'm saying. The mom was mad at the school saying, oh, they flunked him and made him start freshman year over again. How the hell
you had to know that if they called her? You know what I mean? If they called you and they was warning you or whatever, you wasn't. That's what I'm saying. That's the parent. 100%. That's the parent.
That's what I'm saying. She had
kid
to
ain't
know.
Been there, or if that's just one class, maybe they was in school, but they was cutting out one class.
All of their classes. The boy,
but they made them start. No, but they missed 200 days.
More than that.
With just a class or with all their classes?
Overall.
They was absent in all their classes?
Yeah, so they failed everything. So they didn't just fail one.
No, but I'm not talking about the fail. Fuck the fail. I'm just saying the days that they wasn't there. So those.
That's what I'm saying. If you're not there, you're gonna automatic for that amount of time.
I'm saying you could have just been skipping. You could have just been skipping. You could have came to school.
No, I think they were absent.
And then left.
Totally, not just from one class.
That's what I said. He missed 200 days, so he wasn't there. He missed one. But shit, that's the parent, nigga. Your kid leave out the crib and you don't know that they in school. And then the other thing is if they did notify you, or if they called your phone, or you didn't have a good contact number for them, or some shit like that.
They be like, when the teacher calls and say, they be like, what you calling me for? I'm at work.
Like, man,
you supposed to handle this. I'm at work.
Cause people be having shit. This one girl, her kid always getting in trouble. This nigga get in trouble all the time in school.
So you still the parent. She gotta take your ass down.
She gotta leave, and the manager be like, "Yo, man, she like, yo, people be going through shit. They gotta leave. They don't give a fuck about this place. They will if it don't exist, because they gonna have to find another job. But for now, they like."
That's the thing. These jobs don't care about that, but if you got kids, you still gotta be
because there. It's not a job responsibility to worry about.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but she obviously wasn't doing that.
Because any job is always the business need. Yeah, they want to show that they value the people that work for them, but they don't really care about your personal issues. They don't care about who you lost. They don't care about you having the flu. They don't care about one of your kids broke a leg in school in a gym class accident. You know, they don't give a fuck about none of that.
The only time they really cared about you being sick is when you had COVID, because they were sending people.
Well, yeah, because that was a state thing. That was a not even a state. That was a worldwide thing. Like they had to shut shit down on that shit. So people had to go on furlough and all of that. You know what I mean?
Because they didn't play. If you said you didn't feel good, then I was one job I worked at, and it was like you can't come. If you come, you going to get in trouble. You gotta stay home for like 2 days. They need to take a test and make
sure. Some people was overkill with that shit though. Everybody was freaking out, and I'm like, yo, did you even read any of the stuff that they were saying about this shit? And you're like, yeah, it's pretty vicious. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo. Read the World Health Organization studies.
They just hear all the people down
here. Just read it.
Or
and just try to understand how you can get it, how you can avoid it, all of that. You know what I mean? And know that you can check yourself and all that other shit.
But that I know of, and I didn't do nothing.
But this is my thing. This is my thing. People was going to the hospital catching it, right? So you go into the hospital to see. You go to the hospital to see if you got something. You don't have it. When you come out the hospital, you got it. You know what I mean? Like that's how some of it was happening. Because people wasn't really going in the places that people was contracting it. Like I went down south, nobody had it when I was down south. Like it was like.
And some people wasn't. People were still going outside in some states. Yeah. They was acting like they wasn't.
Especially down south, it was warm, so people was outside. Like people was
in New York. They was doing that too. They were just.
Yeah, they had to shut New York down. They shut New York down. Like you couldn't do nothing. There wasn't no flying for a minute. Like people really had like I ain't gonna hold you. That was like the hardest. That was one of the hardest years that people had to go through in the 2000s. Like honestly, so far, that was a hard period of time for people. That and when they had to give people stimulus. I mean, people was broke. People was really was a depression. That really was a depression, like for a little.
And some people quit because they didn't want to take the jab route.
Yeah, that part. It was People's job was in jeopardy because they jobs. See, and this is what people don't understand. Organizations, right, that run the country, and I just say this because I know they probably don't want us talking about this. We want to try to get through the shit. Organizations will be like an umbrella for certain situations that happen, like extreme situations, like a worldwide situation. Let's just say we don't know who patient zero was, right? Let's just say we don't. You might know who it is or think you know who it is. We don't know who patient zero was, but something happened, and the first person that broke out, you got to get them to try to figure out how do you develop an immunity to it, how you know what I mean, whatever. So then they're talking about herd immunity, so everybody got to catch it, so everybody builds an immune system to it, and all this other stuff. So while all of this is going on, the world is still really thinking financial. Like we really can't afford to shut this and not be able to do this. When that happened, the trajectory of everything that we do changed from that point forward. Because we never experienced anything like that. Like there was things that happened in the past, but we didn't have technology. So when people got different illnesses that they really couldn't get rid of, back in the day or whatever, smallpox and all that other stuff, they didn't have the technology that they have now to get rid of it. So it would take, almost years to get rid of stuff. You know what I mean? Like it would take years and years, and they just was like, yo, everybody got to take this before they go here and before, you know what I mean? So they just give you a whole bunch of stuff. Now you don't have to get all of that stuff.
Nothing to get rid of it. They got something that's supposed to
prevent
it.
Help your body be able to fight these things off. Supposedly. Because whenever you get a vaccination, you put that in. You get in it and supposedly a dead dose, so that your body can identify this this organism that's coming into your body. So it's like, oh, like just think of it like people, like, oh, who is these people? You know what I mean? And then they coming into your section or whatever, and now you guys, like, you learn how to deal with these motherfuckers. Like that's basically what it is. So they claim, and it's always in theory, but usually it has worked. But the problem with getting a vaccination is you don't know how strong the virus is, even in the dead version. So when you put that into yourself, you may be risking speeding something up. Like imagine like the zombie outbreak. Like you can't give somebody a vaccine of the zombie outbreak because they're gonna turn into a zombie. They're not gonna get stronger. You know what I mean? They're gonna mutate. So it's just like that. But like I said, people don't really know. Like, you're not pharmacists and biologists, botanists. Yeah, like so nobody really is doing like chemistry and stuff trying to figure out any of this shit.
But they is only worried about money.
But the people that's the scientists, they know what's going on, and then when they see something, it's trial and error. They're trying to like this company wants to make the patent first, and this company wants to make the patent. You got people coming out with polka dots, running backwards, all different types of shit because they believe that this is a cure for something that they don't even have. You know what I mean? Like take your chances, because when you take your chances, that's when you probably be like, I'm better off than being a guinea pig, and then it becomes, an idea of, well, can I really control myself, or are they going to tell me what I got to do with my body? And that's where it comes into like, being able to do things with themselves, and the government not being able to intervene, and all that other shit. But I mean, that's a whole nother thing. But I'm saying with jobs, they just want to be on the same. They want to be aligned with the people that's giving them bread. They don't want to lose their bag, so they can't go against. They can't. You can't say political shit at your job. You can't do none of that.
You gotta respect people's pronouns.
Right. And they have a code of conduct. Most jobs do. Even fast food restaurants have code of conduct. Like they don't play with that shit.
And they don't care. It's about the money, because if nobody's sick.
But that's what I said. AI not gonna argue none of this shit. They just gonna do their job, and they not gonna be late, and they not gonna take a lunch break, and you don't gotta pay them sometimes.
It might freeze.
It still might work. Well, you gotta have a tech. Techs is always gonna be present. They're gonna have to have a tech. You just gonna have to wait for tech support, however long that takes.
Exactly.
So
that's how people.
So that's what they probably look into when they do the business. You know what I mean? Transaction with them. They probably like
gonna be
how long is your response time
until you fix the problem, and they don't got a person there.
Yo, shout out to you, Petri. Yo, appreciate you.
Thank you for tuning in. We're talking about how big pharma and all these and hospitals and insurance and all of the, because some of the insurance be associated with the hospital and stuff, or the pharmacies and stuff. Like it's all.
But I'm saying this why it's just a money it seems grab. Like they don't care about the workers because it's really about the bread, like you just said. Like it's not that it's not personal. It's business.
Yeah.
And people can't look at it like that. You can't look at it until you're on the executive level. You on the executive level is cutthroat all the way around. It's definitely cutthroat, but these motherfuckers is living the lives that people want to live. But the only way to live those lives is to be cutthroat. It seems
it's like to unalive the rest of the people.
Yeah,
because that's what comes with keeping the money going. Putting them on these medications for 20 years that they're never going to treat something that's going to give them something else, and then put them on another medication for that.
Oh yeah, that's been a capital thing for shit. The beginning of time, probably. I don't know. Since they probably started doing that shit. I know what we can probably record will probably be as early as, pharmaceuticals have been founded, 1800s or something. They probably been doing that shit. I mean, making people rely on shit that they don't need is fucked up, but it's almost like the American way.
Well, they do have holistic doctors. That's I think, like, if I have children, I want to have a doula and I want to have a home birth, and I already looked into that, like, because, like, just to see the cost and stuff. Obviously, I'm not preparing for that now, but just to be aware, it is expensive, but I would prefer to do that. There's a success rate. People, it works. I know it's gonna be. I didn't want to take no medication anyway. That too, when they give you the epidural, sometimes that be messing up the baby. Like, and then or you can't move because they give you a needle in your shit or whatever, and they was like you can't move when they do it. If you jump or something, it could hit a nerve because it's like the fifth intercostal space, and that's where it's like in your spine where they're putting the injection. And if you move, you could be paralyzed or something. And this has happened to people because, like, so it's like that's dangerous. And then you could be drugging a baby and cause him like I don't even want that. I mean, it's gonna hurt. So I just take the pain. People have had given birth without it and survived. So, but there are a lot of people that lose their lives giving birth. It's a huge number. Like it's really it's scary to think about.
You might fuck around and need a lumbar puncture. I do, yo. I be impressing people with that shit. Like I be around doctors and I be like, oh, you think they wouldn't need a? They be like, no, of course not. What do you know about that? Like, I know a little something.
It was this movie I was watching. It was a horror movie. I watched with Aunt Valerie, and these people was in the hospital. These people was doing stuff to them, and somebody they did a spinal tap. That's what you're saying, lumbar puncture, and they take the fluid out of your spine, and that worked in the
It made them stronger.
It was just crazy. I don't know what that movie was crazy. I don't remember what it was called, but it was like a bunch of people in the hospital and the people.
Pet said, Trump's tweet this morning. How do we feel about that? What did Trump tweet this morning? What did he? You know what? I'm so like desensitized to Trump. Like I've seen I've seen Trump for a long time growing up, and I didn't know who Trump really was. Like I didn't know what part Trump played in society. You know what I mean? I just seen this guy with this crazy hairstyle on TV, and I just was like, yo, he looks like a wacky guy. Like he looked like a party guy, but like he's always in a suit. But he's always partying in a suit. So I'm like, who is this dude? And I just heard he's a rich dude and he's self-made and he owns some of those places that we saw in Miami. I'm like, oh, he do, right? So I was a teenager and didn't really know really about nothing. He wasn't no political figure, at the time. So it wasn't even a thought. And then later on, I seen him again. He's in a reality show. So I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Like this guy. So he's like firing people. I'm like, yo, this dude's entertaining. Not once did I think he was gonna be a president. I never saw him being a president. I seen him as like Drewski. Like Drewski being president, like that'd be a joke. Like, really? Like he's really president? That's how I looked at this dude. Cause I'm like, he can't be serious. I'm like, this dude's rich. Like, and I started looking into him. I'm like, yo, this dude's like, he's in some of the greatest books about business that's ever been written in history. And they talk about him. So he's a business icon, damn near business guru, supposedly. That's how they looked at him. So I never really knew really how powerful this guy was as far as financial. And then he ran for president. And I started seeing videos and clips about him. And you know what? I was entertained. I was so entertained that I was like, yo, I hope he wins. Like I jinxed it. Like I was like, yo, I hope he wins. Because I was like, yo, we need something like this. And this was right after we had Obama, and I was like, yo, we got a black president, but he didn't give us reparations. Like I was like, do we really? What are we gonna do with it? But I don't care. Like I want mine, because I want to buy some houses. Like I want to buy some land. Like I already got plans. Like you know what I mean. But I know motherfuckers gonna just buy a lifetime supply of chicken. Some motherfuckers gonna buy watermelon farms and shit. People gonna do stereotype shit. They're gonna do dumb shit. It's just gonna be like that fucking Dave Chappelle skit when black people finally got reparations. People gonna fuck it up for us. It's gonna be people but I don't give a fuck about them. Let them fuck their shit up. Let's still build. Let's still build that Black Wall Street. You know what I mean? For the people that got some sense, take some of your bread and buy land, bro. Buy commercial land. So you can have people get commercial property on that and rent it out to them. You know what I mean? But but yeah, man. Um, I didn't expect him to become president. So when he did run and he was running against Hillary, I was like, I want him to win. I don't want Hillary Clinton to be the president. I don't care how cool she seemed to be, but her husband got caught in the Oval Office with another woman. He was the president. He was the president. It was very embarrassing. You took him back. So everybody like, yeah, we on her side. But I just feel like that was just propaganda. Like she probably just did that just to make men feel to get the sympathy and make men feel like she's in their corner, and then boom,
that's what
it's a war on men. You know what I mean? Like nah, I saw through it. I was like, yo, but this dude, he's like, grab him by the Gucci. Like he's saying crazy shit.
But he didn't. That's not even.
Yo, what I'm saying is America is strong. America drinks beer. America is football with the helmets. America is whatever we are. You could call us arrogant. You could call us whatever. But this is one of the greatest places to live. I'm going to stand on that. It really is. We as people need to still figure out how to capitalize with the opportunities that we do have, and we could support each other. We just don't. We just don't. You know what I mean? And if we did, we'd be stronger. It's not that many of us, but we could build off of what we got, and then generations later we'll group up. You know what I mean? People don't even want to have kids. Like they, you know what I mean? Like it's just they don't like each other no more. Like you know what I mean? It's all crazy. So that's what I'm saying. Let the AI teach the kids. You know what I mean? People will have more time to focus on improving themselves and getting to the best level. Kids will be smarter. I think kids would be smarter if their teacher was a robot. Cause some teachers be fucking up too. You know, they make mistakes. Computers
So then
glitch.
that's saying that there's no
People
good
be people be
teachers.
glitching. A stroke is a glitch. We have a stroke. We having those strokes.
They be having glitches.
But they come back. Like when you
Okay, so how long? So
you
if
can't
gotta
reboot
wait,
a person if they have a stroke.
you could get another teacher. You can't. If that's what they're gonna do anyway. That's what they do. When somebody, excuse me, when somebody dies, they replace you.
They never have replaced
Yes,
Mr.
they do.
C3PO.
They're gonna have to call tech support. And what is the kid?
Tech
Why
support
they waiting for?
Tech support on site.
Yeah, but they still need to fix it. They're gonna stand in the classroom with the kids while they fixing it. Yeah. And what if it takes longer than just?
They can have another. And then
so that's why they need backup people.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They can have a person there just in case. They can have a person there just in case. But I'm saying I wouldn't have a problem with that because shit. That's just like.
And then they don't do shit.
Subs,
they just pass out people.
Sub just let them do whatever they want.
They don't be knowing what's going on.
You skip and you go to the gym and play basketball or some shit. Like niggas don't stay in the classroom when it's a sub. When it was a sub when we was in shop, we would order Chinese food every single time. Order Chinese food or pizza. We wouldn't go to lunch. We'll stay in there.
I had money or somebody would order it.
I had a job. But yeah, everybody that was in there had a job. Yeah. I had a job pretty much all through high school. I think my first was when I was a sophomore. I was working at
KFC. I wasn't saying you specifically. I'm saying the whole class because you said y'all all ordered it.
Nah, niggas used to cut on people for being broke. Niggas, like everybody had a job. Like you ain't have a job, niggas was cutting on you. Niggas knew that people worked at Burger King or Stop and Shop or some shit like that. Whatever they family had wasn't enough. Like everybody had to work, and then most had cars by the time they got to senior year. Like a lot of my friends had, well, not all, but Nicole, she had a whip. I think Tamika had a whip. A few of them had a whip because we was all catching the bus.
Yeah, there was people that worked when I was in high school, and some people had cars, but it wasn't like the majority of people.
Yeah, but you said everybody that I was with. Yeah, everybody.
No,
I was
not with. I meant in your class. My shop. Because how many people?
Well, not my whole class.
That's
what I meant. My whole class. I don't know if everybody in my whole class had it.
So, like so you were just saying we or you're just talking about your friends.
Yeah, my the people. Well, not even my friends. Like in my shop, because I'm talking about my shop.
Yeah,
so in my shop when we had a sub, the whole class. It was only like 5 of us in there. It was Francisco. It was Nicole.
Like a big.
It was It was Monica.
You don't gotta say their name.
Because I'm trying to think if it really was 5 people. Yeah. Yeah, because the other niggas, everybody that was there before they left, had a job too. Because there was other people that was in there, but those people had jobs too. They all did something. Because we went to a trade school, so some people might work at a little shop near their house or something. If they worked in auto shop, some people worked at fucking Walmart or some shit or whatever. Some niggas, you know, if you could work in there and avoid the child labor law, and I was able to work at City Hall. Like after I wasn't working at KFC, I got at City Hall and I was working there ever since.
Well, you can work if you were in high school. You are able to work because you're age. Oh, you mean because you only supposed to work after school hours
Yeah,
and
you
under
can't
a
work. You
certain
can't
time.
work that many hours.
Yeah.
Like, but
they even have
at
that for
KFC they was
actors.
fucking up because KFC they had me working until like 11 o'clock, and then mom had got mad and fucking spazzed on them and shit. I went there to get my check, and they didn't want to give me my check because I didn't wash my uniform or some shit. So she came in there, threw the uniform in the lady face and
Did
shit.
she wash it before?
No, she ain't wash it. She just threw it in her face, and then the lady, this one Shahani was there. Our cousin Shahani was there, and the lady was like mad as fuck.
How did not going to give you a check? You still came to work.
But grandma had went up there with me again, and then the white guy, the owner, was there, and he gave me my check.
Because they can't keep your money. You came to work. If you want to say dock you something because you didn't wash it, but take your whole check, that's crazy. Because if they did tell you, like, if
but
they
got me on some bullshit because they tried. Yo, it was. This is what happens when you have kids running a business. Like, first of all, they not smart. They don't have business. Nah, for real, they don't have business etiquette. None of that shit. So they don't know how to run the shit the right way. And you got kids working for you. So you got young niggas that's trying to be like tough guys and shit, telling you what to do. And then there's people that's like, all right, I'm doing my job. I'm doing what I was supposed to do. We got a list of certain things that we're supposed to be doing. You asking me to do shit that's not on my name on the list. Like, no, nigga. Like, oh, well, you new here. Like, that don't matter. This nigga right there, he ain't doing shit. Like, I'm not about to do that. Then we start arguing. Then nigga lock me outside. You know what I mean? Like, it was some extra
he locked you out the restaurant?
Yeah, man. And then Shahani let me in through the back.
No more locked doors.
I'm like, yo, this nigga corny, yo. But in any case, it's just at jobs, if you gonna be professional, just be professional. Don't be friendly. Don't be their friend. Don't, you know what I mean? Because if you can't still be a straight shooter, like I can understand everything, like at a job. Like, you don't got to sugarcoat. Like, yo, oh, you took too long on your break or whatever. If somebody told me that, I understand that. Okay, we can't take a longer break because it's not fair to the other people that take the break as long as they're supposed to take their break. And then we got to be here for a certain amount of time. And then we got calls that's in queue. And if I'm on a break too long, then all these calls gonna pile up because all the calls gonna be for one person. You know what I mean? I get it. So I understand that's the team shit. But a lot of people don't think like that. So you still gotta be understanding that everybody don't think that way. And some people, because it's their first time in that environment. So you gotta treat it like that. But some people be like, they should know better. They're 28. You know what I mean? Everybody don't know better, man. You just have to accept it. Common sense is not common. It's just not. But in any case, you know, I feel like robots just outdo people, man. And even though they have glitches, I still, in a lot of cases, prefer them over people in some cases. In a lot of cases, some cases. Because certain things, like using them, yes, but having to rely on them, I don't know. Like
having them in charge, because that's what this will be. They're gonna be in charge,
but they're not in charge. They're
teaching these kids.
Okay. So they're responsible for doing
and
a prompt that they were set up to do
while they're doing that.
So they're have
being
to.
in there by themselves.
So
The
so let's
kid's
just
gonna
say
be
this.
in there fucking fighting.
But no, it's not. It's
How
not
you
in
know?
there. It's not. But it's not in there for that. There should be a person that's probably in there that's watching the classroom, like a monitor or something like that, just to make sure, or an assistant or whatever. But an actual teacher, you're learning things from the robot. The robot is not there for discipline. You don't want a fucking robot popping your kid. I mean, they don't pop kids, but you know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't want a robot popping your kid or telling your kid to sit down or something. Like, a robot might go crazy doing some shit like that because it's not complying to the command. You know what I mean? That's not what you want a robot to do.
I think what it should do. The teacher should teach class. If they have to pass out papers, then it should just spit out the papers, go and walk around and spit out the papers to each student. Like it print it out for them. Like if they got a test or something that they got to fill out, or email it to them because all the kids got laptops now in the school. But some schools.
You ever saw the Jetsons?
Yeah.
Rosie.
Yeah.
That's it. Come on, Rosie. You ain't like Rosie?
I know what you're talking
about. Rosie was a sweetheart.
I didn't really watch.
She was stern too. She told the dog to not be doing stuff or whatever, and kept the little boy, good. Like, she was good like that. Like a teacher would be like that. That's not bad. It's not too bad if it's like Rosie. You know what I mean? You don't want Lex Luthor making the AI teachers. You know what I mean? You might want Tony Stark doing it.
Robot.
It's gonna be who's gonna be doing this? Who's gonna be doing this tech though? Would it be Elon?
Yeah.
Elon be thinking of some mad science and shit. But you know what? I'm gonna say this. If it happens, we'll see. Would you give it?
Well,
would you
my
give
kids
it
are gonna be homeschooled anyhow if I have children, so I wouldn't.
You want to have a AI assistant?
I'm not going to teach it. They're gonna have an actual teacher, but they're gonna be from home.
Why don't you have the AI teacher teach it, and you just make sure that they listen to the AI? Pay attention.
It need to be a curriculum that I agree with. That there are the things that they're supposed to be teaching. A lot of stuff that they teach you in school is BS.
Yeah. 11-year-old is charged with deleting his father after taking his Nintendo Switch away. How do you feel about that?
It's crazy. It's the food. I don't know.
You put that in food?
The chemicals that are in it. It's affecting everybody. I don't think it's just the kids.
You saying that's
like
what did this?
Kids are getting diabetes. I'm saying this is a pattern. People is bugging out. Kids, adults. It's something like I feel like
something right.
The crime rate over the last 10 years or so is increased dramatically, tremendously as far as everyone. There's no age limit or gender on it.
So you just saying something ain't right. You don't know what it is.
But
you think it might be the food, possibly.
Because it's causing people to get sick. They said E. coli is mad cow disease is what you call Alzheimer's and stuff like that. People are getting that younger. And it's like all these illnesses that could cause you to crash out.
You don't think this kid is just angry? You don't know, we don't have a lot of context. But we haven't heard a kid doing something like that. They just took something away from him and just flipped out like that. Yeah, that is extreme.
But kids don't recognize the value of what they do sometimes. So it could be he's just young because they angry in the moment. They don't think about what's to come after they make this decision. They don't think about the consequence because they haven't developed enough to realize that you're not just going to do nothing like this and get away with it, or how far to go when they're doing something so that you don't end up in a situation like that. It could have been an accident. There's a number of reasons why we don't know. But if you just mad like that, to unalive your father because he took your game from you. And then, like, my mother would take stuff from me. Well, she would tell me that I was on punishment and I wasn't supposed to use it, but I was still thinking, hey, if she was like not watch TV, she didn't take it.
All right, so this is, and you know what? I wanna fact check this with AI because this sounds a little crazy. I'm not familiar with the source. It's verified, but verification is a couple dollars.
Hmm.
So I don't know. But before I talk about like, um, so you saying that's your final answer? You think
It's
that?
not a trivia question.
Well, I'm saying like how you feel about it. Like you feel like this is like just
I said it could be a number of reasons why he could have just
okay.
been mad, and kids don't understand the consequence of stuff that they do until you get to a certain age. You just think about in that moment you just did it. You don't even realize how far you went or the consequence or the gravity, how serious the situation is. Like you took somebody's life. It could have been an accident. It could be he's a kid that eating all processed food and his head's fucked up because he's never had a home cooked meal with natural ingredients, not with the shit that you can't even pronounce that's on the back of all of this. And that's another thing. People don't be cooking no more because all of this frozen dinners and stuff like that, that's not good for you. You gotta have some. Okay, if you do that sometime or fast food and all that, but you gotta have a home cooked meal too. But shit, everything you buy in the grocery store now they talking about they got human meat in this fucking store. And who knows? How the fuck would we know if they put it in there? We wouldn't even know. We'd be eating that shit. They said they got it in McDonald's. We don't know. We can't look at it and be like, and put it to ourselves and be like, no, this this don't look like human. This is definitely a cow. You can't. It's not. You would never know.
All right,
And
here's the facts. So it took me forever to try to find it.
what about the boy in the box?
Yeah, this was in Pennsylvania, um, Duncannon, Perry County near Harrisburg. Um, what actually happened was an 11-year-old boy, Clayton Dietz, uh, shot his 42-year-old adoptive father on January 13th of this year.
He was adopted.
Yeah. It happened inside their home around 3:20 a.m. The argument started after his father took away his Nintendo Switch and told him to go to bed. It's in people still. People. Um, he found a key to a gun safe, took the revolver, and shot his father while he slept. That was in the New York Times. Wow, that's
So that ain't even his real problem. That kid probably got issues. And what happened to his parents? Are they alive? Were they abused that way? They got taken away, or just negligent? Like, I wonder.
I don't know.
But them kids be having issues. I'm not surprised.
This is really sad.
It
This is
is
a sad
sad.
case because okay, so here is more on Fox. So waived his preliminary hearing February 19th. Case was marked waived for court, meaning it will proceed. The court summons pleas. Docket shows bail was denied January 13th. He remains confined at Perry County Prison. 11 years old. Local outlet WHP reported that Dietz arrived at Perry County Courthouse in New Bloomfield afternoon for scheduled 1:30 p.m. preliminary hearing. He was handcuffed and surrounded by probation officers, and he was transferred. He's trying to transfer him to juvenile court because he's 11. He's a minor. But I mean, see,
You
that's the
gotta get
thing, like,
tried as an adult.
because they starting to do that now.
They've done it in the past. It depends what state you're in. Some of them,
Right.
or
It's
what
Pennsylvania though.
if it's a murder, then that or unaliving, then that changes it too. It depends what you did.
Georgia father on trial accused of giving son rifle before school shooting. That must be another story. But yeah, this is a kid, so I don't want to really dive too deep into it. Even though, like, I mean, this is terrible. But
Prayers go out to your family.
for
And you know that kid.
it was his
probably
birthday night too. His dad's birthday night.
That's crazy. I feel bad for the father, and I feel bad for the son because he was. I don't know how long he's been in this system. He said as an adopted father, so he adopted him. But oftentimes those kids have that be in the system be having issues. You know, telling what his biological parents were like and what he had to endure, or how he ended up in there, or if they unalived, if they passed, that's traumatic too. So growing up without, and so I don't know. He obviously, anybody that's just unalive somebody for a reason as small as that, I feel like something wrong. But he's a kid, so I hope they get him some help too. But he does need to be punished because he took a life, but he's young. But they had a show called Unaliving Kids, but KK. You know what I'm saying?
What? Say that again. I'm sorry.
K Kids.
K kids. What's that?
Unaliving Kids, but K.
Oh, okay.
And that, so it was like a show about, it would talk about different instances when a child.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I seen that. Yeah, the documentary series.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Them
yeah.
kids was
Kids was wicked.
crazy.
Yeah, kids was wicked. Um, so I found some information about something somebody wrote in the chat. So Trump's late night truth social posts about Iran conflict has people panicking, and I honestly get it. So I don't know what it was that he wrote, but I'm going to read it. And I'm going to give you some context. U.S. President Donald Trump's latest comment about ongoing conflict with Iran have people seriously concerned, and for good reason. On the morning of April 5th, what is that, today?
No, today is the 7th or the 8th.
Okay, so this is a couple days
ago. Oh,
ago.
no, today is the 5th.
Okay. He took to Truth Social to declare that the coming Tuesday, April 7th, to be specific, would be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. Okay, jeez. So here's the post that was shared. Shout out to Caitlin Collins. Trump this AM. The post reads, Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. 3 exclamation points. Open the fucking straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah. President Donald J. Trump. That was his post this morning. How do you guys feel about that after I just read that to you?
Trump he's trumping. That's what he do. Say stupid-ish. Remember what you said? You was
I
cursing.
told you what I said. I told you how I felt about him.
I'm saying, look, you was cursing.
Oh, are we gonna do that? We gotta do that. I was reading.
But you said you still said it. You could have.
You're right. I just wanted to say what he wrote.
Exactly. I know. You wanted to emphasize it. I know.
So this is how I feel about it. I'm gonna take my shot. But this is how I feel about it. That's a hot take. What he said as the president of the United States shows a few things, and don't cancel me. It shows narcissism. It shows that he's on the path to just he's claiming territory. He's going back to the old days. And that's scary because what does that mean for everybody that's under him? So anybody that's under him is either with him or against him. If you're with him, black, white, you might be good, unless he's like they're lazy or something like that, right? But if you against them, he's gonna make an example out of you. So it's an ugly acknowledgement what he tweeted, but it's clear. It's like, yo, he's saying, yo, do what we said, or and that's crazy. That's crazy. Like Dr. Evil is our president. Like that's evil villain type of shit. Like that's not normal.
Yeah,
Like we've never heard of a president do something like that publicly for everybody. Like they probably do it amongst their peers and amongst themselves. Probably, things get heated, but we never see it like this. So that's the thing about social media. Like they've always said, like words start, they start conflicts, and words are mightier than the sword. Like, you know what I mean? So just saying what he's saying and knowing who he is, you want to take him serious on his statement. You don't want to, because he's already showed you like what I say I'm gonna do. And for some reason, it's like, is he upset and he's just doing this because he's upset, or is this like he really wants to just make an example out of him?
yeah. Well, we're doomed. There's not really much that we can do. So we gotta just sit back and enjoy the ride. There'll be a lot of carnage. Already has. There's stuff going on in different countries all around. Like, so, I mean, we live up here, but there's stuff going on all around the world. Crazy stuff happening. People.
Like it's like I tell people all the time, fight the battles that you can win. You trying to fight a battle that you can't win. You can't win this. But you have to just think that there are some people involved that can intervene, that can stop this madness. And they choose not to, for whatever reason. They choose to let it continue. But whatever. And he's cranky, We got a cranky president.
He's cranky all the time.
I guess.
He's a cranky.
He been blown for a minute. Like he been he been just bomb here, bomb there, what I mean?
Trump's gonna blow up the bank. Boom. Trump's gonna blow up. Boom. Like, and set it off. That's how he just trigger happy. He think it's a video game.
Yeah. It is to him.
With our line, we the characters.
Yeah.
Playing with it, like, if they retaliate and do something to us, then
people are expendable to those. The non-elite, you guys can be replaced, or we can be replaced. I say you guys, like I'm the elite. please.
Let me find out in the FBI. It's on a secret mission.
You know what? Not the FBI, but the CIA, yeah, I would fuck with that. The FBI to me, like,
I want to be a hitman. That used to be like I really.
because the CIA
Yeah.
is
So
levels, like, the cops, you
the
know what's going
bad.
on in your state.
Yeah.
The
Only
fucking feds, they know what's going on in a higher level, and the CIA knows the
for the
world.
bad people. Because they got people to do it. They let people sell drugs so they can get money and go do. It's some people that got a big organization that's at a higher level of dealing, and they use them to get money for war, to fund wars and money for stuff that they need. Just like Frank,
You
just
know
like
what I do?
Snow.
I do have something that I wanted to talk about. I know you don't probably care about it, but if it's people listening, they gotta hear it. And shout out to Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? He's still doing it. I mean, they had a slugfest in the ring yesterday. Matter of fact, I think it was in London, UK or something.
Bruv.
Yeah, he fought a dude that was from the UK or London or some shit.
You silly wanker.
And he was built like the old Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? And they both was going into their 50th fight. And he said, yo, he trying to unify the title before he retired. And that's what he trying to do. It went to the wire though. It went to 12 rounds. They was like falling.
So no knockout.
It was knockdowns, but no knockout. Nah. It just went to the judges.
See.
But it was knockdowns, and it was a slugfest.
Yeah,
they went through the ropes one time. Like it
nobody
was.
Gets knocked out.
Like knocked out, just don't get back up. Like
night.
Sometimes they look for that, but I think he was not pulling punches, but I feel like he wasn't giving it the true power that he really has. Like he was being a gentleman. He was being a gentleman about it, and that's why he just wanted to beat him, just to show that he could still win. But he was known for knocking people out by the 5th round. But shout out to them for getting back in the ring, being older, man. Over 40-year-old boxing professionally is a feat. That's tough.
Yeah, that shit is a workout.
Mm-hmm. What happened? Oh yeah. I asked you this question after. So Lloyd Banks released this on behalf of 50.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
How was it? I didn't get the opportunity to listen to it.
It was good. I didn't listen to the whole thing, but it was Lloyd Banks. Lloyd Banks, I like his music. It was chill, the same way how he normed, but he was talking shit.
Now, in comparison to everybody's response,
it was better than.
Was it better than the majority of everybody, or like what level would you give it?
I think he was talking
because I still got Fabulous being the best response.
I think because he was only talking about let's rap about it, people. I think he was better than I don't know, him and Fabulous.
It was better than Fabs?
No, I'm saying he was better than the other people.
So it's not a him and Fab?
And Jim and
I'm including fucking T.I. too. Yeah. Fab was better than T.I. shit.
No, I know that. Oh, so you put them all together. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think he was only talking about
50 went at the whole world and shit just now. Like
I don't know. I gotta listen to it again, but it sounded like I only heard stuff from Let's Rap About It. I don't know if he mentioned if it was about Ti too, and yeah.
I think I heard everybody's response, and I still got Fab with the best
Yeah, but
response.
you're talking about Lloyd Banks. You saying
I
why
didn't
I
hear
said
I didn't
Fab.
hear Lloyd Banks. That's what I'm saying. I didn't hear that one. But I'm saying overall with all of them, I'm still putting because Fab Drinks was listenable. So like when you listen to it, you like
Yeah,
you hear it again, like
I
you know what I
liked
mean.
what Lloyd Banks
Like
said, but I
I'm
don't
not
think.
gonna hold you the Ti joint. I did listen to it a couple times, but it's not. It probably would be in a rotation. But the Fab joint just sound, oh yeah, like he like was good. Like I need a response to that.
I like what he was saying, but I didn't. I gotta hear it again.
And he was on a 50 beat.
But I think he was only talking about the Let's Rap About It people. I'm not sure.
Oh no, I'm talking about Fab. But yeah, okay. Well, what type of beat did Lloyd Banks use? Did he use like an original joint?
I don't know. I don't even know what the beat. That's what I said. I got it because it was on Instagram, so I didn't. I listened to it a little bit, but then I scrolled by. But it was good. I liked it, but I just didn't. I was just scrolling. I wasn't trying to.
All right, so I'm gonna give him.
think I
I'm gonna
sent
give
it.
him the benefit of the doubt because I didn't even think he was really gonna
I was
gonna
surprised
do
too. I'm
nothing.
like, cause I was
So
listening
now I'm
at
gonna listen
first.
to it,
I
and
didn't know.
I'm gonna really. The next time I talk about it, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah,
Cause at
Fab
first,
gotta go back at Lloyd Banks.
cause at first I didn't even know that he was talking about them until I started listening. I'm like, oh, he talking shit, but I don't. I think I sent it to myself so I could listen to it later because I was just scrolling. But
Now you know what I did hear today. I heard it's a new Power series coming out, right?
yeah, two.
I heard the
Origins and
theme song on the
Legacy.
radio.
It is.
I heard
The
the
second one is the rumor. They're coming out with Origins for sure.
Origins. Okay, so Power Origins theme song played on the radio today.
It did?
Yeah.
Well, it's a song. So.
It was thorough. He said, your baby mama or something all over ATL.
It's the King season finale about to come out.
That's coming out.
When it's coming.
That's coming out like October.
He said your baby mama eating cat over the ATL. Ate all the cat in the ATL or something like that. I was like, yo,
yeah,
is that
but
the
we
shot?
already heard that.
You heard the song?
Yeah, we heard
We did?
it. Isn't that the one he?
I 50
did.
Cent song, the theme song to the
It
show.
was on Instagram and people were talking about it. They were like, "Wow!"
It was the whole
like,
shit.
It was like, "He crazy. We gonna be hearing that every. That's gonna be more popular because we're gonna hear it every time the show."
I heard it on the radio. Shit. He had that shit on the radio.
I think we talked about it.
Maybe I did. But I just when I heard it, I was like, oh shit, this the shit. So I was like, So if he got that and Lloyd Banks put this out and he did another one, he actually did one. Then he what's his name? French Montana, not French Montana. Max B. Yes. Max B got his motion now, so he did a collab with him. So I mean, I would say they pretty much even about now. Cause I think really like, okay, Mano put out 2 tracks, but come on.
The second one was better than the first.
Was it? But it don't even.
But Mano's not.
I mean, he gave us High Hater.
I like.
He gave us that.
Let's rap about it. Okay. So you're doing something with that.
But you like his podcast? Right?
I do like High Hater. I like him when he rap with Jim though. I with some of their songs. They got songs with Fab like as the Lobby Boys and then Fabulous is on it. He do have some songs that I like, but is he like my favorite artist? No, and I don't think he's that lyrical.
Oh, you gonna throw shots?
I mean, It's just my opinion, but I still, like I said, there are some songs that I like by him. But there's no artist that I like all of their songs.
Now, do you think? Well, I ain't gonna ask
I don't
that.
like everybody.
So what
just
about
'cause
what
I
about
like
Dave
theirs.
East? Do you think Dave East would be able to come out Lloyd Banks?
I like Davies, but he didn't even say. That's why 50 Cent said, "Nigga, you don't even count, little nigga," or something. He said that in the song
He was
about
talking about. I thought he was talking about T.I.'s son.
He's talking about Dave East.
Oh,
No, because
okay.
that was the one with Max B, I think, and because Dave East didn't even whatever he said didn't have nothing to do with 50 Cent. He didn't even say nothing about him. He just was on the track for no reason because he was just talking about some other shit. So that's why he said you don't even count.
How old? 50-49, right?
Um,
On his 50th birthday, he probably gonna do something special.
that's a what's the name year?
What?
They call it something.
A leap year?
No, he's 50.
The year of the dragon.
He's already 50.
Oh, he is 50 right now?
Yeah.
Oh shit, 50-50. What? It's true. All right, so Lloyd Banks put some shit out. It was good. Probably the best. Arguably the second best. We'll see.
I didn't say. But we asked before who was better between the two of them. Wasn't they saying that?
That was a conversation. I said Fab, but I think Lloyd Banks is still thorough. Like Lloyd Banks is still thorough.
That's why
Fab just got the transition. Like I would have said Lloyd Banks first before Fab if Fab never switched. Fab switched from that chick shit to making more hood music. And that made it was like, so he could like rap like that. Cause people used to be like, yo, that nigga really could rap. He just be making songs for the chicks, but the nigga got bars. But I never knew he had bars. So before that, it was Cassidy, but Cassidy's always the same. Cassidy thorough, but it's just you just gonna listen to what he's saying, but you don't really care about the song. And then it's like it's not really, you know what I mean? He just rapping, so you could be like, all right, that was a thorough punchline. But the songs that Fab make, usually they got a scheme or a direction, and that's the name of the song, and it's usually, it's pretty direct, you know what I mean? And it's catchy. So it's bars somewhat, probably not always the illest shit, but it's always smooth. It's like Jay-Z, but I wouldn't say more lyrical, but just more like you trying to battle rap bars, but just Jay-Z. Because Jay-Z is a different level. He could do that, but he talk about different shit outside of the hood. Fab is really good with using like popular terms and buzzwords and shit like that. He's really good with the state of the culture.
I don't think it was just him by himself. Cool. And they talking about T.I. What the 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, and Tony Yayo is that? The song say T.I. this, and that was on April 2nd. Mm. So I guess they only could put it in. I don't see.
So
it's fabulous. Friends do. 50 Cent, Eminem, and Lloyd Banks. But that's 2 months ago.
That's some AI shit, probably.
So lucky this one with 20 years. Because I think and 50 Cent is on the not just.
Oh, but he just got his verse.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I mean, Fab shit was just a verse. It wasn't like no whole song.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like verse for verse, like that's still that should still count. Nobody else.
Nigga just watch four niggas just go at a nigga like right there, straight bang bang.
I thought they said they be making lying in these titles.
Yeah.
Lloyd Banks react to Fabulous. This is 50 saying they got their picture up here like it's a video, like he's live and he added him, and then there's some other people talking.
Yeah, if you click it. That's the name of the game.
When they do.
So there's a story of a woman who was shot 5 times after getting into an Uber, unaware that the driver was being followed.
Someone was trying to get innocent bystander, and it was sad. She was like, I thought I was never gonna see my kids again.
That's crazy.
That's a good movie. Well, I would assume that's your thought. You're about to, that's should be.
And she survived.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
what she's saying. I thought that's what she was thinking in the moment. Like,
that's crazy.
And it ain't. And I wonder why when people was following him, what the hell he got going on? Or maybe they just want. I don't know. People be crazy. Who knows?
He might be a criminal. He might be involved in some shady shit. You know what I mean? Like, he could be a good dude and be just an innocent dude.
Because also kids be like, I dare you. You find a gun, you're like, oh, now you're going to go. Or you in a game, you got to shoot somebody to join the game. You got blood in, blood out, whatever. It could be a number of reasons. It could be he was a trap star. He was in the street pharmaceutical. Or maybe he owed somebody money, or you was on their block, or I don't know. Who knows?
That's crazy, Uber.
Right, you don't need to be doing that shit, putting people in.
Why are you doing that?
Well,
shit?
Listen, I don't want to say that because we don't know what happened.
Nah,
but if that
was
the
that
case,
did that, but I'm just saying.
Then yeah, you need to don't do that. Or you better have like a hidden car, like a Lear or something, where you get that nobody knows that's you when you want to drive people around. If you're a criminal, because you putting people life in danger. That's crazy. How is she the one that got pumed up? They was following him. He ain't get shot at all. Only the lady got shot, right?
I didn't watch the whole thing. I'm about to play it.
That's what they said before. No.
My Uber driver say like, I think I'm being followed. And I look back and I'm like, dang, you are getting followed. We just took off, started driving real fast. So
I would have gone. I would.
slow down, because you're about to push your turn. You're about to push your turn.
Slow down. Don't speed up. Let me out.
They gonna get us. By the time we get off the road, That's when I first heard the first shot. I instantly ducked down in my seat. Slow down, we gonna make a sharp turn in a minute. Just slow down. I was trying to get away. She hit something to make us flip over. I'm like, I'm happy that we got into a wreck because I'm like, now it's over. They got out their car and they shot us up again while the car was on fire. They wasn't men. They was some young teenagers. I know my leg was shot. I had blood all over my foot. But I really do appreciate that y'all was there to help us out that car. And just to call 911 period for us. So I really appreciate that. Because I was able to see my kids again.
Tara says she did not know the suspect. She did not know the Uber driver either. She said she was very surprised by all of this. And to add insult to all of her injuries, she lost her job this week. She's a forklift operator with about 10 years experience, and she said she kind of goes from warehouse to warehouse in temporary positions, and she lost her job this week because of this attack. She's also raising 4 kids.
How she lose her job because of this?
Fund be set up for her. You can find that if you care to donate at KUBC.com. We're live in Prairie Village. Krista Cashwell, KUBC 9 News.
She need to sue them. How the fuck you fire her and she got shot?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's the icing on the cake right there.
That's how people go crazy. That's like when they robbed the bank and they fired Frankie and set it off. Because she knew him. She didn't even know these people. Crazy. Or maybe they shot her because they fired her because she got to recover. Because she can't come to work.
That's wild. So from that video, it's like it don't seem like the driver was like, they just came on some other shit, and she said it was kids. So
that's what I'm saying.
That's just wild. So I got a whole other take on that, like from the footage actually.
He said, "I think I'm being followed."
Yeah, and that right there is like, if you think you being followed and you identified, now you're trying to shake them. I don't think you are involved in it. I think that you're a victim. So now you're trying to get away. Now I could be wrong, but now you're trying to get away. Now y'all crash. Now you risk life and limb. You about to be burnt on fire. And y'all end up getting out the car and all that. People pulled you out of the car after they done shot you up. You got shot all those times. And you just happy to be alive. Like this story is crazy because it's like stuff like this happens and it be our own people, bro. Like we gotta cut this out. Like this is what I'm talking about, stuff like that. Like it's like in Boys in the Hood, what he said, we gotta stop being afraid of our own people. But my boy always be arguing with me, be like, we're more afraid of our own people than we are of white people. I don't agree with that. I don't think we do. I think we love ourselves, but we don't know really how to love. We've been being abused for so.
I don't think they would necessarily be scared. We just like if people will lock their door, they'd be like, lock their door in an urban neighborhood or in the hood or whatever. But in the suburbs, or somebody walk by your car, we don't expect that type of behavior from white people. Cause they do commit crimes, but they do different. So I think every race does something or has criminals, but different races are prone to do different types of crime, or the way they go about it be different also.
Right. I mean, it's sad, but here's another one. In Connecticut, now,
Somebody said my mother got on my nerve. I stopped answering the phone because she called me every week telling me about somebody that died. Yeah, I don't want to hear that. I don't even know these people.
hear that? There's always something going on.
But the hospital around the corner, they did just keep going. So park the car. I mean, I'll be in there.
My diet, low should concentrate.
Always something going on. Wonder what this is.
The latest. Good morning, Natasha. Good morning, guys. 41-year-old Terrence Kramer was shot and killed here in Stratford over the weekend. He served nearly 10 years as a Bridgeport firefighter and was the father of 2 boys. Set to appear in court today, 41-year-old Bush. He's currently being held on a $2 million bond following his arrest. Bush charged with murder, home invasion, and criminal possession of a firearm. Here's what happened. Police responded to a home on Sealy Street in Stratford for report about 1:45 Saturday morning and saw Kramer gunshot wound. A short time later, officials say that Kramer died. About 4:30 p.m. that day, police took Bush into custody in Derby after a vehicle pursuit. And earlier in the day, we are told detectives did secure a felony arrest warrant for Bush. In the hours following Kramer's death, the mayor of Bridgeport sent out a statement sending his condolences to Kramer's family. We spoke to some community members as well who have these thoughts on what happened. Take a listen.
Seeing people in their lives trying to fight to help others, it's crazy how people
Right.
just not up to a firefighter, just rush to go shoot them. Come on, like this is not humanity.
You didn't know he was
And
a
of course, he would
firefighter.
not active duty, but the community still by all of this. Now, set to appear in court today, as we mentioned. We will continue to follow what happens there. We'll have the latest details for you over on WTNH.com. Live in Stratford, Natasha Luchenko, News 8.
I feel better now. And they just
All right, so here's my take on this. I feel like this is one of those situations where we understand that people's hearts get broken. You know, people go through some stuff, but people love us.
Cause I can make you love me.
So, unfortunately, she moved on. You're supposed to just let it be. Like I really don't know. There's speculations, but you know, she could have been still dealing with dude, but he could have knew that one. I don't think she was probably still dealing with dude only because they was in the bed without a care in the world in the same crib. But then the weird thing is how he get in the crib. No forced entry. He had a key. Why you ain't changed the lock? Like, what's your excuse?
So she probably didn't think that.
And she's still good, right? She's still alive.
Maybe they was trying.
To say crime of passion,
Maybe he knew the guy.
it could have been. Because they in the same area. It's possible. Could have had a grudge. And dude messing with your joint, with your ex. Ooh, that gets messy. Crime of passion, though. So I don't know. I really don't know, man. I'm not going to prison for the rest of my life for nobody like that. Like I don't see myself doing it. I know what Hamp said. Like I still don't care. I'm not going to. Not just for anybody, man. It's got to be
If
worth
your
it.
wife cheats on you, what you gonna do?
She got to go. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
If you cut your hand half?
it's good that my weapon would be in the safe, locked away. You know what I mean? Any tool or whatever I could get to do some damage to this dude probably won't be accessible right in front of me. If that's the case, then everybody just gotta leave. That's it. If dudes say something slick, we gotta fight. It's not gonna be
What if he beat you up?
normal him being naked trying to fight. Pause. I don't know, but he can't say nothing slick.
What if you punch her in the bed with a big ass bodybuilder like that nigga, a big dude like that nigga that be dancing every time he eat that big ass.
Big groove or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If he big, it really don't matter if he big because disrespect is disrespect. It don't matter what the size of the man is. So if your principle is you got to defend the honor of your woman, and that's what it is. Like you don't want to get into nothing crazy. You hope it don't never come to that, but you got to be willing to fight sometimes. And you know, even if you haven't fought in a long time, you don't go out looking for trouble. Like people ain't going out starting bar fights, acting like Steven Seagal. Like that's
Break
not
a
what it
chair
is.
over somebody's head.
Yeah, like it ain't that. But it's like men generally will recognize situations when you go out by yourself. You have to handle yourself a certain type of way. I will hope that nothing dangerous happens when I'm going out, but I can't predict that. It's not gonna go that way. So when I go out and shit pop off or whatever, I just gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta, you know, maybe fight. I maybe have to, you know, whatever. Tell everybody like, yo, let's leave this situation. I'll have to decide as a man. But in situations, you always gotta wait and try to see what's the best scenario. But there's a level to the shit. Like if the dude just talking shit, there's no reason to just be fighting a dude for talking shit. Big, small, whatever, it don't matter. There's no reason to be fighting a dude just for talking shit. Because I know people be like, oh, you only fought that nigga because he 4 feet or something. You know what I mean? Like, but you can't just attack the dude that's 4 feet and not attack the dude that's like Big Groove. You know what I mean? Like you gotta give them the same energy. Like so you either have to walk away from the situation or you are gonna fight the situation. But you shouldn't treat the guy that's smaller or your size any different than you would treat the dude that's bigger than you. You just gotta be mindful of the consequences that come with you challenging that dude. You might get fucked up. You might play dirty and you might be successful though. You know what I mean? Like ain't it's no rules. You might not even have to break a chair. Like I don't want to really say my plan, but nah, no weapons, no weapons. But still no rules. But if there's no weapons accessible, then you got to figure out something else. Oh, he say he pulled their guts out and their eyes fell out. Like, blick. Yeah, he's crazy, but nah. It wouldn't be nothing as it wouldn't be like I know you never probably heard of, but it wouldn't be like the movie Sonny Chiba that he used to play in back in the day. Um, it wouldn't be anything like that. It would be like simple combat techniques, but the person would be in a lot of pain. You know what I mean? And probably won't be the same after it if it came to that. Or, if it's really serious,
Just stick the chair leg
if
through
you
their
have to
ear.
if you have to like defend your life, it's different. But if it's just you defending honor or integrity, then that's not, you could go to jail, but you won't be in jail for the rest of your life. It'll be smack on the wrist. You don't want to go to jail for the rest of your life. But whenever you fight somebody nowadays, like it don't just end there. Like they be having a vendetta, like these movies they be having. Like the dude comes into the town, he's like he's like some cop from somewhere else or whatever, and gets into it with somebody in the town. Yeah, gets into it with somebody in the town, and then now they got a beef with him or whatever, and so now he whooped him. And then he goes to all these other places in the town. He's like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have messed with them. Like, right? So now he got to deal with the tough guys, even though he's the tougher guy. But he's got to deal with the tough guys. So he's just kicking their ass the whole movie, and that's the whole thing. And now they send the big boss like, oh man, boss, you don't want to mess with him. Shut up. And then he goes. The boss is smaller than all of them. And he goes there, but he has a gun. So now he goes there with his gun, kicks his gun out of his hand, he whips his ass too. And, and it was like Sensei or something like that, some crazy shit. But it's always something like that. Like now everybody wanna be with him now, you know what I mean? Like that's generally how it is. Like people don't really get humbled until it really gets dangerous. And that's the thing. Sometimes you do have to walk away, but you gotta know, if anybody attacks you, they can't be upset with the consequence. They can, but they shouldn't be.
You gotta just stick the chair leg through their ear and out the other side.
You could do that. You could always get another chair. But yeah, don't take Ubers. Nah, I'm just playing. This is crazy though. This was an Uber though.
The blicky with you.
This is an Uber. Like, yeah, they don't check you in the Ubers.
Shit,
But
they got a
even if
freaking.
you getting shot at, what you
They
gonna
got
do?
a metal
You just gonna bust back?
They got a metal detector in the emergency room now.
Because people go in there and do mass shootings, yo.
But
like a lot of crazy stuff happens.
They don't have it. They only got it in the emergency room. They don't have it in the rest of the hospital.
That's the most important spot. It's an emergency. Everything else, they be like, yo, Roger's over there. He's doing this shit. We're good.
Roger is asleep because you know what?
Roger's asleep.
I ordered some food one day, and I came downstairs to get it. And the guy I forgot with the code to the elevator, and the guy was over there knocked out. And I had to knock on the table and tell him to wake up because I needed the code to the He's like, oh, he's like, how can I help? He wiped the drool off. Yeah.
Nasty nigga.
And you know what color? I don't know.
What color was it? I don't know.
Guess what race it is? That's what they be singing on the breakfast. He was one of us.
Well, he don't speak for everybody. Some people take their job serious.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. First, and then you got people just walking in because somebody came in there Somebody was standing in the lobby, but he was asleep.
that could have been. Man, these places ain't safe, man. Like people,
That's why they
you'll be
need
thinking like you get
somebody there with the
you
metal
gotta have
detector.
you gotta have your shit though. Like they got places with metal
Because that
detectors,
other
but you
guy
gotta have your
wasn't
shit.
playing. He was like,
Cause you don't know what's going
these
on.
people was trying to use the bathroom. He was like, no, this is not a public restroom. Are you coming to visit somebody? And they're like, no, we gotta use the like, well, go, you're gonna have to. So what are we supposed to do? Go somewhere else. That's what
They
he
don't want
said.
you to come in the hospital to use the bathroom.
That's what he
You should
said.
just lie and say, yo, I'm going to work. Where's your bag? It's in the back in my locker.
They wouldn't come in the bathroom.
In my locker. First I gotta see my cousin before my shift started. Cause she got my clothes. They might not let you in still.
But you got this dude sleeping and people just coming in there. Because he was knocked out. Because I was calling, I was about to say I was calling his name. I didn't know his name. I was saying hello, like I was trying to, and he wasn't waking up, and I said, and then he said, oh, he got him, he was scared. He looked around, wiped his face, and then like he was having a good sleep, like you at home in your damn bed, supposed to be working. You lucky I ain't the camera, because they would have told him. And like, reporters are like, yeah, this guy is over here sleeping at the front desk.